So Gambit, they're going to need to actually outstrap their opponents in this one. I think individually, I think CLG are going to be on top of this. So unless Waylander can really pick things up, because last map he looked a little bit quiet, to be honest, from our expectations. But if he can pick it up, you know, who knows what's going to happen. And we're about to find out regardless as we jump into the pistol. And CLG will have the honor of starting on the counter-terrorist side.
Just a very quick nerd thing. While the countdown was going on there, Tarek was trying to bunny hop from the top of the crack in the wall onto the tree position. I'm not even sure if that's possible, but he was trying it repeatedly. So maybe it is. Someone post a video if it is. The entire Gambit team are going over towards A, and producer says it's possible. That's great. So it's only Tarek alone who is holding down the A site. He's going to win the duel with Mo, but he should hear lots of flanking. But Hooch is flanking Tarek, but Hooch has got the bomb and he's on his own. If he loses that duel, then he's going to lose the whole round potentially. What's he doing? He's still dueling with Tarek. Why? He's won it, but that's crazy. Hooch is on the site on his own. There might not be a plant now because he's so far away. He's got to cross the Red Sea to get a plant on the A site. Cutler and JDM are there now. Oh, Hooch took a massive gamble there, and that might cost his team a lot of money. And he is going to have Fugly shoot him straight in the face, Dan. It was a valiant effort. Did he not realise he had the bomb? I don't know if he realised that, but I mean...
I'm afraid to know the answer, James.
Like, they could have got a plant there at least. At least they could have got a plant there. It's like, I must kill this guy, like he's Terminator or something. And I don't know.
Well, we get double P90s, so CLG going to rub it in a little bit. Gambit, of course, as you said, a little bit of an over. I mean, they must have overlooked that massively. I mean, a bomb plant here, and they can, you know, they could do all kinds of things. They could, you know, save for Lake's next round. They could force in this round and get an execute out, and that would be really sick as well. On this map, you can do some super sick executes with Tech 9s. Anyway, they've left the bomb towards the Dragon Lord Tapestry. Towards the
you know, I calmed down, Dan. I calmed down from the nonsense in the previous game, and I'm just tilted first round.
Well, Gambit, it's quite interesting because, of course, they don't really have any grenades. They've got one smoke, and right now they just left the bomb in hallways there with the Dren, who's actually pushed up by B Plat. So interesting stuff here. At least gaining some map control is Gambit at the moment. Waylander's quite far pushed up on A long, and Tarek's getting close to his position. Now, they got to go get the bomb, and the Dren also with a lot of control towards Platts. But the thing is, they don't have drop. That'd be really nice if they had a guy in the drop zone at the moment. But that's really dangerous in around like this when the P90 is all over the place. But it looks like it's time to go for it, James.
Looks like Hooch is going to get shot in the face with MP9, surely. Oh, he's dancing around the corner, and JDM's running out of bullets. Tarek's going to hold the high ground and take down Waylander, cover Tarek's JDM's back. And Hooch will be forced to rotate, because now they have nobody on the high ground. Meanwhile, both putting in work at Tech 9, can't get the second frag though. The bomb is on the B bomb site now. Can they get a plant this time? Dozi's alone, still going for the deagle kills. Really, his team need a bomb plant here, but he wants to get kills. He wants to win round, it seems. Not going to get any kills, not going to get a bomb plant. And Hooch is on the wrong side of the entire site, so there are two opportunities, you can say, for Gambit to get bomb plants, but they just don't want to plant the bomb, Dan.
I don't understand, James, because if he planted the bomb, he could have afforded another deagle. It pays for the next round deagle. Plus he gets $300 from planting the bomb.
Perhaps Gambit are not a team who are about bomb plants, Dan. Perhaps that's what's going on here.
We've got a pause coming in as well from Tarek, so I guess that must be technical. Perhaps a TeamSpeak issue, maybe?
Yeah, we've got admins coming over towards the team. I don't know, someone's holding a pair of headphones, so it's hard to say what exactly the problem is, but hopefully it will be resolved shortly. So we've had two opportunities for, I mean, again, because Gambit are a relatively new team, it's hard to have enough of a sample size to say how good or bad they might be at perhaps any map. But Cobblestone, I mean, Hooch chasing the flanker on his own. I mean, either go with someone or go to the site with the bomb.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But don't leave your teammates going to the site and go there with the bomb. So I'm assuming either he had the bomb, maybe someone threw it to him in the middle of the round.
Yeah, because the entire point is you always need to just secure at least the bomb plant. That's like the fail-safe, because then at least you can just get the pressure back on the CTs, and you get such sick options from doing it. Either you get the third round AKs, which is insane, because the CTs can't kind of out firepower you then, because they can't have warps, and they need to have nades, so they can't risk, you know, just going for the M4s and then having no nades on the CT side and play Angels against you. So, you know, you have such great options, but if by staying behind, what's going to happen? Well, his team might get the bomb site, but but by the time he gets there, they're all dead, James.
Yeah, and in fairness to Dozier, he doesn't know how close people are to the bombs, to the B bomb site when he has the bomb there. That said, he was only looking to his left towards the door, and if he only thinks people are there, then he has time to plant the bomb and give his team a bit more money, but perhaps his focus was
this is like
economical damage. Well, I mean,
it's just kind of weird, kind of sloppy stuff at the start.
Yeah, I mean, there are some situations where perhaps there's more than one right option. Maybe there isn't a wrong option.
No chance.
So I mean, looking at the angle he was holding with the deagle, it's reasonable to expect a headshot to come, but once when you're not getting it, well, I don't know.
Yeah, but he's not winning the rounds. But what he can do is assure that the team gets more money, or at most he gets one kill, and that's just not you want to take care of your economy in this spot.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think there is an argument to the CT economy, and again, the nades and straining the economy for future rounds. So perhaps that was his priority. We may never know that.
I don't know, because the thing is that if you take that logic about the opponent's economy, then by planting the bomb, if they decide, because they wouldn't have enough money to full buy this round, but they could quasi buy, they could actually get PT50s and some nades. And their chances to actually make kills and pressure the economy goes way up in comparison to that one engagement with the deagle where maybe tops gets one.
That is true. We have also seen some eco executes towards the A sites where, to be honest, in fairness, the CT side you could argue had weird setups where the ecoing players were allowed to get very close to the site and then they just overran it. And that's without nades. I remember because I was saying why don't you get any flashbangs, and they managed to cause absolute havoc with only PT50s. But there are indeed a lot of things people can do. You can get your flashbang into the drop zone, take drop and try and split that way, or just spam a few flashbangs over the wall. There are a multitude of things that can be done. So
I bet the viewers are loving the pauses, James. There's Dragon Laws.
There's been a lot of cobblestone.
Yeah,
there has.
More time for Dragon Laws. You have a Dragon Law. I do not.
I do have a Dragon Law. You have a Man of War.
Yeah.
I have.
I opened the case.
I actually have almost, if not every AWP skin there is.
Actually, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have loads. I have a lightning, AWP lightning with the hollow Dignitas sticker on, which is mad gangster. But the problem is I have a Medusa and a Dragon Law. So when am I going to use any other skin?
Yeah, of course.
So I've got a Medusa on the CT side, Dragon Law on the T side.
Give them away,
you've got to go with the cool blues.
Give them away on stream.
No.
You're just going to hold them.
We gave away a Dragon Law on stream once, but it's kind of boring, to be honest. It's more interesting to, for example, open a cobblestone case for a subscriber and then have absolute failure Dan, or do a trade up with one knight and then random crap and get an all chameleon Dan. I was almost crying with laughter when.
Why don't you share the joy? Why don't you share the joy and the love? You're like Smog, hoarding all the treasure.
People can share the joy by tuning into my stream. That's what they can do.
All right, fair enough then.
Yeah,
fair enough. I can't stream because my internet is poverty, James.
So is mine. I had to.
We're actually living basically like almost on the same street.
Yeah.
So I guess what it applies to.
I was carrying my PC to work on the weekend to stream for my loyal fans, but
I don't have the dedication to carry my PC there.
I ended up buying an over-the-top PC to do that. But now we've moved office, right? And we have crap internet in our new office until the new one comes in.
Didn't you have like a shuttle or something?
I have
some kind of a shuttle.
I have micro. Is it micro? No, mine's mini ITX. Yeah. But it looks like a micro ATX, but it's mini ITX. But it's a tiny box. It's awesome because I got to take it to LAN as well. We have some of the CLG female team here. I know. I think Benita is here, as is Miss Harvey. So there are some teammates for CLG to give them a little boost. I think the manager is here as well. So you can see there are still, well, you can't see actually because of the overlay. There are still some admins fiddling around with something. I think it's a headset. I think there might be a bit of a headset issue over there. Can we just marvel at how swag JDM is? Let me see if I can. Where's my little handle here? Okay, I can't find the handle.
Are you going to try to like lean back?
I was going to try and lean back, yeah, but I can't because I might just fall off the chair or something. But it's insane. He just plays
all the way back.
All the way back.
All the way back.
All the way back. I don't know any other player. Because some players, you have your screen here, right, and they just play like this, where it's like an IMAX. Like
I've seen
a poor man's IMAX stand.
I like the Russian style. We have the keyboard on your lap, and you have your arm like right directly in front of you, kind of like bent at like a 90-degree angle. Russian style. It's all good as well. It's lots of different. It's so interesting how everyone picks different setups and stuff. But the Russian style setup came from the fact that in the old days, like people had way smaller desks and also like smaller desks and huge CRTs which take up the entire desk.
We are back into the match, Dan. They have figured out whatever they need to figure out. It's great.
Nice.
So, CT setup, we have Cutler going hyper aggressive in long A, but he's not going to go all the way towards the peak as the test of time has stopped CTs from doing that. So we're going to have 4 Gambit players over towards the B bomb site. Smoke's down towards B plateau. Not going to have any early presence there from Gambit. Now, I do wonder how they're going to play the drop zone. Indeed, this is an eco, so it's not really a suggestion as to how a normal play might be from Gambit. And they're splitting the site, but they've only got Glocks pretty much, so again, if they had that plant, maybe they get PT-50s and that makes a difference. The bomb's gone down, and they will be easy frags for CLG. So again, if those gets the plant in the previous round, then they get PT-50s. Maybe they get a bomb plant there, or even more, because they got close enough for the one-tap stand. But with the Glocks, they need more than a one-tap.
Yeah, indeed they do. Now that 3-0 is going to be a pretty comfortable start, and I'm really curious, considering the kind of weirdness that we've seen at the start of the map. What we're going to get from Gambit, from the execution side of things, all the nades and so on, the placements, the timings, the coordination on the pushes. This round they don't really have much in the way of Molotovs, which is kind of painful, only 2 flashbangs as well, so it's going to be difficult to kind of breach, drop and so on with such few Molotovs and flashbangs, but they're going to give it a go, pushing in
Look at this aggression
with the Dren.
From JDM. This is the kind of aggression that we haven't really seen from other AWPers in this match. Again, when Kenny was playing for Envy, he was pretty much up here where JDM is now, closer to the doors. But it can be common for AWPers to look towards the boulder at the beginning of a round as sloppy T's, move towards A long. You can easily get a frag there if people look on the wrong side of the boulder. But there we go. So we've got 2 Gambit Gaming players just looking for opportunities towards the drop, but CLG will be another of these CT sides who don't have a presence within the drop itself. Maybe that changes later on, as it is early days on the CT in this match.
Yeah, and a lot of time has passed, so we see much more passive positions now from CLG, and Hayes is kind of covering Connector, but they really don't feel comfortable in drop anymore as Hooch is in there. So look how Gambit are just encroaching upon the bomb site now. They're really close into this push, and I'm not confident in CLG's setup here. It's going to be really tough to hold this. P90's not good enough. Fugly's stuck behind the statue with a FAMAS. He's going to be able to get the kill on the Trent, dancing left and right on the statue. Now it's down to his teammates. Hayes comes into play with the FAMAS, but you cannot stop this onslaught of T players. It was 3 players, but now it's just 2 left here for Gambit. But JDM, with that AWP, he's going to find it really difficult to find his way back into a fragging situation. Oh, great shot though! The door's no longer smoked off, and JDM makes full use of the visibility. Now just Mo to kill. Ooh, barely getting out of harm's way there for Mo, and he's got to go for the plant. Is he actually burning? No, he's actually avoided the fire here. And here goes JDM. Scoping up. Great shot from JDM. He's going to secure it there, and that is a beautiful clutch there from the AWPer, from the man with the plan.
Captain Cadillac running over these
Captain Cadillac.
See, now, normally, well, not normally, in the past we've seen JDM playing the B bomb site with the AWP, and if he was there in that situation, then Gambit probably would have been wrecked earlier on. Look at him there, just cruising through the map. He was on the A bomb site on this occasion, so I'm expecting perhaps they're going to rotate him a bit. I mean, Waylander kind of offered himself, for sacrifice as well. I don't know what you think about that, but the point is, JDM has, you could argue, even been a crutch for CLG the way they previously played the B bomb site, and he is indeed moving towards B on this occasion. But if he's alive, he's so dangerous. Despite playing on the A bomb site, Gambit didn't get strong enough positioning on B fast enough to stop CLG streaming through the door, and I think that was the problem that lost in the round there.
Nice little flash there into the boost as well from JDM. So let's see if he can get some more monstrous work done with the AWP, and that smoke leaves a bit of a gap to be exploited, and that's what's going to happen. A Dren is out of the picture. That's not very fortunate here for Gambit. Now they have to try to figure out, okay, how are we going to deal with this round now? Because JDM's still taking shots here. Oh no, this goes from bad to worse now for Gambit. They've lost 2 players to JDM. They have not gained anything in return. They're trying to take drop zone now. There's a trade coming in. That's not going to help either. This is terrible right now for Gambit. What do they do?
Well, Dozier can perhaps find something here. Not sure if he saw They're behind there. His teammate is miles away though, so he gets a frag, but he needs to hold down this choke point, and he's got no nades to do it, which means that JDM is going to come creeping like Henry G in the club, Dan.
Well, it's very quiet now as Gambit are trying to lure their opponents into some of these angles, but Cutler, he will win that battle. Mo versus 3 with the AK. Oh, the nade coming over. Snap into the first player. There he goes. JDM, next person perhaps, but no. Fugly gets the frag, and the round will be won by CLG. Although Gambit did salvage something, they got a bomb plant, which is kind of sick, and an extra frag or 2, which honestly wasn't expected after the start being so dire. 2 players going down to JDM. I mean, they need to create a solution there. Do they challenge JDM directly, like Mo 1 versus 1 on the plat, AWP versus AWP, or do they try to smoke him off and Molotov him out of that position?
I'm disappointed that JDM's avatar isn't like at a 45-degree angle backwards or 90 degree angle backwards.
So tilted, yeah.
Well, he is cruising. And again, I thought this would be a comfortable map for CLG. We'll see if he goes for the aggression towards the boulder again. Indeed, he is. This is ooh, that cart. Dozier is going to be seen, but not eliminated on this occasion. But I like that aggression. I don't know why we haven't seen so much of it from other CTs. So from some losing CT side, they could have really benefited from such aggression. Looking over the smoke as well. JDM so comfortable with DWP, and he is going to be a problem going forward for Gambit, especially because as effective as Mo was on the T side of Cash, I don't think the design of this map lends itself to his style of AWPing. I did say that when Fnatic were playing, and they went double AWP on the T side, but Gambit are not Fnatic.
No, far from it. Far from it. Now we have Gambit once again very far pushed up onto this B split. Got the players needing to drop now and starting to push up on the plateau, but JDM holding it down once again. Waylander will get the trade though, and we start to initiate the madness. Fugly though, look at this, beautiful stuff there, and you got to question Gambit's coordination into that one, as Fugly shouldn't be allowed to kind of 180 like that. But 6-0, CLG look to be having an easy time right now.
For those of you watching on GoTV, I would just keep an eye on JDM because he is playing very, very aggressively now. And you saw Dozier got taken down there by Fugly. I think it was him who Fugly should have killed already when he went for a peek. But I think JDM just moved before firing, so his shot was inaccurate because his crosshair was definitely dead on. So again, I mean, also looking at how aggressive JDM is being allowed to play now, it feels like we thought CLG would be comfortable in this map, but it feels like their confidence is going to be having a massive resurgence going into map 3 should they continue to be good. I mean, that's not a look of confidence I'm seeing there in the Gambit camp on this map.
No, absolutely not. It's you know, it's up to CLG to find ways to enable JDM to put these performances in, and he's getting to do whatever the hell he likes on B plateau at the moment, which is obviously not going to be favorable for Gambit. So I would like to see them, you know, use grenades to try to, you know, just kind of get rid of him from some of these positions where he can actually pick, and maybe put him under more pressure, where maybe he's stuck behind the statue or something on the B site or something, you know, more to that degree, or even maybe just incentivizing him to try to go to A for a round or something instead of just you know, straight up facing him, because let's say look at that round where they lost 2 players, just 1 versus 1. You can't trade there. It's incredibly hard to trade there. They'd have to basically get Mo to peak with somebody, but they're going 1 at a time into JDM, and that's just not going to work.
It's not, and I feel like one of the other strengths of JDM going over towards B and playing aggressively is that it's very unlikely that Gambit are going to go A in a fast fashion. So they seemingly can't avoid him. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go back into the game very shortly, and we'll see what they have to offer. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a mixed buy. I mean, Waylander's bought an AK and has $100 left in the bank, but the rest of his team have about 2k, and they've bought up armor and Tech 9s with a few nades. So maybe they're going to do some spam flashbangs over the B wall, and then Waylander leads the charge. We will find out very shortly indeed.
Yeah, and it's I think it's like, you know, they start getting something going for them at this position. But you know, the whole JDM factor is, generally speaking, against a great operator, it's hard to trade in this map. Kenny S, another good example. Not trying to draw a comparison between anyone and Kenny S, but
Kenny
as the epitome.
Kenny was playing super passive in his angles towards A when F were on this map, but there we go. It is going to be a fast B with Gambit charging into the site. Loads of counter flashes coming in though, and they're going to be largely blind and largely dead now. But they've got 2 frags from Waylander, and it's Waylander alone now with that AK that he started with versus 3. Cutler is quite heavily tagged, and he has an opportunity to get himself some 1 versus 1s, but he's been spotted now. The CCs will adjust. Almost a 2-man spray down, but it's a 0-man spray down. Cutler doing the job, surviving for his team, and the AWP is rescued by Tarek. Cutler surviving with 1 HP.
Yeah, this looks really easy right now for CLG. They look so confident. They even start to pick up double AWP, and double AWP on this map can be.
That spray down is absolutely disgusting. And glorious at the same time.
The good kind of disgusting.
The good kind of disgusting, Dan.
Alright, so yeah, double up indeed. They're going to send Tarek as one of the 2 AWPers. Obviously, JDM is the other one. JDM taking his usual positions towards the B-bomb site. Tarek actually going towards into danger, so playing some more off angles with the AWP and just trying to get himself into those tight spots. But it's hard to fall back from this. If you get 2 players pushing you, you'll hit the first shot. He's going to jump backwards, and Waylander not quite quick enough. The smoke goes down, the pistol comes out, and that's the headshot for Waylander. Bit of an error there from Tarek, perhaps. We'll have to see how punished CLG will be by Tarek going down in that position.
See, that shows inexperience from the T side, because in the cobblestone matches we've seen earlier in this tournament, that angle that Tarek has been holding would get flashed every time. I think when Chris J was holding that, for example, he was getting flashed off the wall there.
Yeah.
But Gambit just serving themselves up once again. So you can see this is not a strong map for Gambit already. But Tarek holding that angle with no support, he should know that he's susceptible to a flashbang there, because he could have been taken down for free.
Yeah, and the A split's being set up now. Dren would really love to get into drop zone, but it looks like he's still kind of contemplating whether or not he's going to commit to that. But Doji is ready to go up middle. Waylander and Hooch are ready to push in from A long. You can see Haste in this position by the wooden fence is going to be very key. Oh, can't get the first kill actually. It's going to be a quick snap from Waylander. That's going to do the damage. And now here comes the push onto the bomb site. Looks like Adren will go down in the lurking position. Cutler spraying down Hooch and Waylander, leaving Dozier left alive. He'll take down 1 in connector, but he's got to reclaim the bomb. 20 seconds left against Cutler. Goes for the spray. Dozier gets it done, and Gambit posts around finally onto the scoreboard.
Welcome to the scoreboard, Gambit Gaming, but 1 round is not going to be enough. They need consecutive rounds now, because should they lose this one and get completely wiped out, it's going to give Counter Logic Gaming a good opportunity to string a few rounds together with relative ease, because the offense from Gambit will be limited due to lack of funds. No cash in the bank, no stacks, no Skrilla, because Foreign will have taken it all. So, 6th round lead for CLG. There will be an AWP onto both sides. Mo has picked up the AWP on this occasion, so Waylander won't be keeping it. But so we'll see what Mo has to offer. Adren with a great start. JDM going down. This is like old style cobble where you see people just run up to the plateau and just start shooting people in the face. Speaking of being shot in the face, Cutler will return the favour.
And here they go. Tarek just sitting in there by the smoke, and he's going to hear any stepping. And Waylander is making a lot of noise, I think, at A long. He's still running around there, so Tarek should be able to hear that. And here goes the flash. Tarek in the smoke. He's going to hear more stepping, but I think he's past Dozier. They're both just kind of passing like ships in the night, only for a moment. And now all the players of Gambit funneling up through A long, and Haste is right at the back of the A bomb site. Really needs some support coming in here now. Oh, Tarek finding a quick frag onto Mo. That's a really big frag. Haste will get a quick flash in there, and Waylander wins the 1-on-1. And now it's 2 versus 3. Bomb goes down here in favor of Gambit. The pressure has been put onto the 2 remaining players of CLG.
Cutler's on the balcony, but Fugly is stuck behind the smoke, which has now disappeared from the door. But again, man disadvantage, and it's really hard to push that door because there are too many angles to find. But he's going to shoot someone in the face regardless. Hooch having a quick look, seeing where he is, but he's not going to give him the opportunity to shoot him in the face. He's going to force CLG to push and then try and punish them for it. Despite the shadow there, Hooch will get the frag onto Cutler. Fugly doesn't know what's going on fast enough, stuck in a crossfire. He will be finished off. So Gambit get that consecutive round that they needed. 7-2.
It's actually funny how much of a kind of like a help but also a hindrance that shadow is in that position. But here we can see Waylander just going ham though into the site, getting the entries required. There's the flash, but Waylander gets the pop onto Hayes. Really, really important play there But 7-2, Gambit starting to get some rounds, but 7 already is a pretty big deal on this map on
Indeed.
the CT side.
That said, had the CLG won that round, again, they would have had momentum in their favour, economically speaking, but their economics have been broken. The books have been burned down. They are pretty poor, got a few pistols here and there, no nades to speak of or whatsoever, no dirty peeks from the boys in blue, if you will. There are 4 people stacked over towards the A site, and nobody's bought an SMG on the Gambit side, maybe losing track of the economy. They will have to go and do their investigations with AKs, which makes them susceptible to being lost. Fortunately for them, there is only 1 player over towards the B bomb site.
Indeed, so it's going to be quite an easy take. So actually just sitting with everybody by A long. Hey, they went with the gamble, and they came up wrong. So this time around, we're going to be seeing Gambit starting to get some momentum. But I mean, how long do you see this going on? Do you think CLG just gonna nail it on the first buy? What are we going to see? Because I mean, JDM is going to mix things up.
Well, part of it might come down to utility, because you saw Adren just ran up B plateau and shot somebody in the head. If he's able to do that again, depending on what CLG have in the bag, maybe their run of success continues. Then again, they just generally look weaker, and the confidence of CLG, they'll have a 4-round cushion, so I don't think they're going to be too shaken up. So generally, I think things favour CLG in the long run of Cobblestone.
I mean, at least Waylander's turning up now. Waylander's top fragging for his team. He's got 12 frags, in fact the most on the server at the moment. So yeah, he's starting to hit his shots a little bit, getting the frags that they need. But and that's made a big difference too to the economy. But we're going to see the opportunity to get the buy-in now for Gambit Gaming again. And up straight to Mo. So now this is Mo's only got 2 kills so far, so he's not really been enabled all that much in these rounds, as Gambit's economy has often been quite stretched. I'm quite curious to see if he's going to be able to get something done finally. He's got the AWP now.
He had the AWP last round as well, but the only AWPs he's had have been the ones stolen from CLG. Speaking of AWPs, JDM has 4 nades and the big green gun, and he is still remaining kind of back to old faithful here for CLG, with JDM going over towards the B bomb site. Playing with the chickens, he will be. We have Tarek and Hayes kind of deep towards mid, towards the A area of things. Not going to have a crossfire though, just a solitary holds. Maybe expecting themselves to win their respective duels.
It's quite. I like that JDM is playing passively now, but you can see that Mo's actually brought himself onto the plateau, and this means that it's all going to be about who gets these opening frags on the plateau push. Is it going to be CTs getting those defensive kills, or the likes of Mo with the AWP going to be able to pick off likes of JDM? That's basically what this is going to come down to. The drop zone is going to be now occupied, but Waylander's going to go straight towards A. This is madness right now. He's just going straight for it.
And while he's done that, Dozier has done a great job of holding 2 people towards A, so Waylander was going to take the choke point by a different direction, but he loses the duel. Hayes and Tarek combining to take him down. JDM has announced his position. The pop flash coming in, and Dren's going to be avoiding it, but he won't avoid the AWP. Last man standing is Hooch, and JDM is just too hard to stop. Gambit Gaming looking to push the B bomb site with basically no intel, no information, nobody in drop, and JDM says no, no, no.
The strange thing there is that Waylander just goes straight into A. Obviously, you know, he's expecting to have some free kills, but it feels like he kind of really commits so hard into that. Like he goes down into the slope on middle. I
was watching Dozier on my screen, and he had attention, I think, from both people, from both Tarek and Hayes, so it was quite reasonable for him to do that. It's just that with his duel, he got shot by both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
So it was unfortunate. Dozier was going for the rotation, but Waylander didn't even need to push into A. He could have just, in that sense, he could have just held connector itself.
Exactly, yeah.
And punished him that way.
Yeah, because he needed the distraction for the teammates on Plats, but you know, we're going to see another buy coming out from Gambit because of losing that round. I mean, it's quite pivotal, because now, I mean, well, you know, Dozier's stuck on a deagle. Mo's already going to get picked off. There's not many grenades to speak of for Gambit, so that means they're going to have to get it done on the shots. And Hooch is in drop, so maybe there's a chance here to do something, but looks like CLG have a lot of players ready to deal with this. Yeah,
you can see Waylander's in a drop as well, and Dozier is rotating as fast as he can because they need the numbers in B. Cutler is starting to wonder what's going on in the drop zone now. Sees Waylander's shoulder, and he's just going to hold more of an acute angle.
Oh, we get a bit of a boost coming in. JDM's going aggressive. Here he is once again. This sniper is pretty fearful, but Only one frag for him this time around, and that's going to give an opportunity for Gambit as they bust their way in now, but 2 players left here. Hooch able to take down 2, get a double and allow potentially a plant, but oh no, maybe a little bit too greedy as he gets picked off by Hayes. Not enough cover here. Bomb out in the open. Tarek is going to secure the round there for CLG.
JDM is in William Tell mode at the moment, and it doesn't seem anybody's able to stop him. Top fragging on the server at present with 15 frags. Hayes not far behind him with 10. Waylander second in on the server with 12 for 12, but it's not enough. Gambit are 6 rounds behind, and their money is lacking. Few pistols coming out, but they generally need to save some money. Dozy down to 1600, the rest around 2000. Although Waylander's opted for a Tech 9 as well, which will bring him in a suboptimal position. And now we've got Tarek holding a similar angle to what we've seen Chris J doing when they were playing Cobblers, although Chris J's was a bit more...
What? What did we was that like a jumping headshot?
Hello?
What on earth did we just see? What is this madness? Please. Please no. He's now got an AWP. He's got an AWP out of that. I mean, of course, 2 of his teammates will die, but most still alive with an AWP. Let's see what he can get. Wayland's charging up middle as well with Tech 9. Gets a quick kill as well. And unfortunately, Mo is actually going to go down, so he can't get anything done with the AWP. But still kind of phased by that that ridiculous shot onto Tarek there. Dren, is he looking to get the AWP? Well, this is a little bit of an awkward spot to find yourself in. At least we can hear the nice ambience of Cobble. Enjoy it.
I'm still recovering, Dan. Give me a minute.
Well, Adren is just taking his time right now. I mean, of course, he's aware that this is essentially what the CTs know is the best possible way to play the end of that round.
Replay,
and nothing
guys.
he can do.
Don't fail me. I need to see that. That's the most disgusting thing I've seen in 2016. Apart from Fifth Round's WhatsApp, of course.
Here we go. What? What? What is that? Oh my god.
That is exquisite. That is glorious. Double ops continue on the CLG side. We've got 5 AKs on the Gambit gaming team. 2 rounds remain in the first half, and Gambit desperately need them. Many Molotovs on the CLG side, which will be quite the pace. Should Gambit want to go for a fast play? Adren is charging towards the plateau once again. Can he get more headshots though?
Yeah, this is looking like a faster pace for the Gambit lads, but can it be a better result? Waylander once again, hopefully he's making the same mistake. This time he doesn't go straight his way. He's going to backstab, and well, lo and behold, everyone's dead, James.
Everyone's dead, Dan.
It seems like flanking is pretty smart.
It's Hayes and Tarek, the boys, but
Indeed.
they don't. But the money is quite damaged on the CLG side, actually. So, and with 5 players alive, obviously they can't really go for it. But are they willing to go up the tower? When C2 save, we don't often see them going up the tower, but indeed Hayes is going all the way up there.
This is so nostalgic to see people in the tower just...
See, should have gone up the tower, mate. What you doing down there? Hayes will get a consolation frag in this round. There's actually a maiden tower in Baku, Azerbaijan, and there is an accompanying meal down, which is very tasty.
I thought you said there's an accompanying maiden.
I didn't go inside, I wouldn't know. CLG down to the last round and down on the money. Might be a mixed bag. They might have to... I was going to say they might have to skip some grenades to share some guns, but I mean, you don't want JDM without the AWP.
No, you do not. So far, he has been somewhat
He's turned his Cadillac Dan into a monster truck, and he's leaving imprints all over the place of Gambit players. Gambit with a respectable 4 rounds on the board now. Well, maybe not respectable, but it's not like a big disaster, Dan. It's not like a big disaster. We're not on Inferno, it is Cobblestone. 2 kits on the CT side. Got the T's just waiting to see if there are any boosts coming in the drop area, but CLG will be wiser than that. JDM with a high progressive position towards A long, and it's going to pay off. Mo has left the building. Now, we've seen JDM rotate before, but he seems content on holding this angle for the time being. Dozier just coming in, firing a cursory bullet, see if there's any response. No response just yet.
Yeah, I mean, a frag like that is going to start to force the hand of Gambit. So they're going to actually try to go for a bit of a fake here. They're going to try to pull some rotation, throwing in some nades, taking over control towards platform drop. Not really going their way though, but the push is coming into A now, so the two players on the A side are going to have to get something pretty dramatic done. Hooch and Dozier, of course, as you can see there, Adren is trying to work the drop zone, but he's not really able to get in there in time to stop this rotation. The CT's all over the place. There's 5 of them still left alive. Oh my goodness, this is rather difficult for Dozier. 3 players to deal with, and it's just not going to happen. All 5 stay alive. 11-4 first half for CLG. That is phenomenal for them.
That is a spiffing half for the American team. Just a quick note. I don't know, towards the end of that round, if you saw, JDM basically threw a HE towards Tarek, who was playing very close to the smoke in the mid area. I think it was Tarek, could have been hazed. But you can see the purpose of that was to suggest to the T's that nobody was in that area by throwing a nade. It wasn't close enough to hurt his teammate, but just a small note which I thought was quite smart, especially split-second thinking there from JDM. So a solid, I mean, to be honest, I'm not surprised remotely by what we're seeing on this map. I expected it to be a far better performance by CLG on this map than the previous, so I think it's very likely that we are going to see a third map here, but only time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, we can see that there's a lot of discomfort for Gambit. I mean, their T sides have been looking a little bit lost. Again, I think it's quite good. We can refer to that Flipside match from Flipside's perspective, what they were doing on the T side when everything was going very well for them. One key thing is that the ability to consistently get a player into drop. That's like equivalent of Mirage consistently getting a player into connector. It's kind of like a fail-safe that always gives you an option either way, either to lurk in slow rotation or to act as a multiple-pronged attack into the bomb site that it's closer to. And this is something that was a struggle for Gambit. They couldn't remove JDM. They couldn't find a way to stop him having impact by using grenades correctly or taking certain parts of the map away. COG were able to do everything that they wanted to do, and Gambit definitely looked a little bit less drilled on this map than even Cash. So
yeah, this I do wonder what they I don't remember what the bans were, but I do wonder what they banned to allow Cobblestone to go through. That said, Wayland has been doing well, but I mean, like, Mo has 3 kills, for example, and we saw how integral he was on the T side of Cash. But now he's on the CT side, should be able to do a bit of what JDM was doing, and he'll need to if they are to get back into this game, Gambit.
And mentioning Mo there and not really being impactful. Actually, a long time ago, we actually saw this was an issue for Na'Vi, actually trying to find out how can we allow Guardian to do stuff with the orb on the T side, and you often see him not doing very well on the T sides with the orb, but obviously it's changed quite dramatically these days. Either way, CLG and Gambit now moving into the second half. Pistol has begun, and do we have a raid boss? Yes, we do. Fugly is the raid boss with the Tech 9 and Kevlar, and there's a smoke on Cutler, and I'll have to see where he ends up throwing it eventually, but CLG not committing heavily to anything just yet.
As indicated on your screen, the winner of this series will go on to play Team Liquid, so we could have an all-American standoff, North American standoff in the stadium, which would be quite fun, but we'll see if CLG are able to get there, or if Gambit will stop them in 2 or perhaps 3 maps. So we've got Mo and Adren playing close to the mid area, as you can see there, just waiting. It's interesting, they're playing pretty close, not wanting to use the range of the USPs, rather wanting to control the map. But we've got 3 players actually going higher, but the bomb's been left behind, and looking at how close Adren and Mo are, if they choose to push, then things could get super weird, super fast, Dan.
Ooh, let's see. So far there's a significant lack of oddities. We're going to have the one being picked up by Fugly. He's going to drop it as he is the raid boss. And the push is going to commence onto the B-bomb side.
Look at the rotation though from the CTs. It seems that Adren perhaps had the sound cues there, and they're going to have, well, only Waylander in the site itself, but hopefully the CTs will come in thick and fast to help their teammates. They've just gone down and have haste. Bit of a battle in the drop zone, won by Hooch. The CT doing great work, and we might see a bomb plant here. We see headshots all over the place. People getting scalped like it's the 1600 back.
Oh dear, JDM tries to go for the Tech 9 and loses 70 health. That's pretty expensive. And it looks like CLG going to lose the pistol round, so Raid Boss getting, well, wrecked there in that round. And Gambit gets to start with a good economy. Although that said, they have to first endure the force buy that is surely coming their way, and indeed it is.
Indeed it is. We have the Tech 9s, the P250s, the pistols, etc, etc. JDM though.
Ooh, we have a smoke, James.
We have a smoke.
We have a smoke and a flash.
What could this mean, Dan?
I don't know.
What could be the play? They seem to be headed towards the B bomb site, so I wonder if perhaps the smoke could go, for example, between the tree and the statue to make it easier to plant.
Yeah, it's on Cutler. He's actually in the drop zone at the moment, and you have the pop flash into drop zone for the T's, and still the smoke is there for Cutler as they try to burst through the drop, but these SMGs are fantastic.
Denied.
Yeah, UMP. I love the UMP, man. It's so cost effective. $1,200. That is some really sick bang for your buck.
He's just printing paper there. Very nice hold from Gambit. You could hear that they were getting pretty hyped for that as well. That leaves them with a nice bit of money in the hole. CLG not really buying much. Cutler's bought a P250. Other than that, there's nothing going on. So JDM's got 3,400, so he's going straight to the AWP. This man only knows the AWP. So we'll see if CLG can get up to any shenanigans in this round. With 4 Glocks, I don't expect so. I wonder what Cutler's plan is here. 1 P250 and 4 Glocks. I mean, it's a P250 or it's a flash or it's a smoke.
Reminds me of the FPL soundboard. Glocks!
Glocks!
Well, story coming, man.
Looks like he wants to punish somebody for peeking in the drop zone. But JDM will make use of the smoke that the CTs would have put down. Those who are standing behind it, he's lost half his health. He's got a UMP as well. No teammate supporting him there, and he's still playing close quarters. There is a player in the drop as well, as you can see. So just finally moving away. JDM gets punished for trespassing. And the T's are rotating towards A, where there is only one player. That's Adren. He's got an MP7. A few more bullets than the UMP. Makes it work so far. Nice 3 kills for him. All headshots. So, it's hazed. Ooh.
Glocks.
Well, MP7 now. And he is looking for the flank. Can't get the kill onto Mo though, so minimal damage done. And we move into the buy, where I expect JDM will be picking up the big green gun. I do wonder how they're going to use JDM with the AWP as well. If they're brazen enough to use him to try and get picks on the platform, or if it'll be initially holding towards long A, as people often do. Yeah. But there's rarely an engagement in that situation. I mean, and with Gambit 4 rounds down, I wouldn't expect them to push A long. So I'd probably put JDM somewhere more aggressive. Yeah,
he just needs some help getting into positions. Basically, if you can get them all the way onto deep into A long, if you can flash CTs and kill them out of that position, remove them, then you can do stuff there. If you know, even middle from the doors in the middle, you can do stuff, as well as being having your teammates help you out a little bit onto the platform. But I think the deep side is a bit more risky, to be honest. It's hard to know what the CT setups are. The nades can really destroy your health quite quickly. So looks like we'll be seeing him actually on A long, as you initially said, and it'd be quite cool to see if CLG can indeed get him towards the deeper parts of A long, because then they can really set up, based on if he gets a kill or not, into the A site. So far, we'll get those little map control plays coming in from Counterlogic Gaming, but Mo's going to hamper them slightly. There's the first frag from him, and he's got a teammate Adren to play with as well, so this could be pretty strong. But JDM, that's a great punish there. Mo trying to get out of that position where he's basically stuck in the corner.
And the bomb is miles away right now. Someone's going to have to rotate for it, and someone's going to be left alone. Seems Tarek's going to start that rotation, which means all 3 Ts are completely isolated. No more trade fragging will be done. So perhaps JDM will have to try and hold an angle here, but there are 40 seconds, and that means that they don't really have significant map control. That frag from Tarek will help, but 35 seconds left, and they still don't have the bomb. So what is the play here? Are they going to go for the kills? You can see Tarek's actually rotating to pick up the bomb now, but I mean, they're going to have to gamble on a site here because they don't know where that second CT is. That second CT being Dozier, currently in the connector area. Cutler looking to potentially flank, but the smoke's just gone down. Down goes Cutler as well, but Waylander's left the the A bomb site. We've seen this before, Dan, and it's happening again.
Oh no. This is definitely not optimal. Oh, Waylander catching JDM off guard, and that is going to be very serendipitous because Waylander, should have been punished for that. I mean, you haven't seen the bomb yet. You don't leave James, because he had 2 teammates who were there.
It seems things got awkward in terms of timing again from CLG. We saw it on Cash, we see it again on Cobblestone, and Gambit I mean, life is made easier for them once again. And they're closing the gap. And CLG have lost all their weaponry, all their inventory. It's been raided, Dan. And they're left with Tech-9s, a smoke, and this time 2 flashes. And Fugly's got armor as well. So Tarek Fugly gone down to 1600, although they're pretty much at max loss bonus here. So let's see what they can do with their slightly upgraded eco round.
Yeah, that Quasi. Let's see, indeed. I mean, there's not really all that much they can do other than try to head an area quickly. Use the numbers and speed of the Tech-9s, but the running advantage, the running spread is so good. Can run and gun with extreme effectiveness, and looks like Mo is going to get the first kill there. And as the T's go towards that A bomb site, Tarek actually managing to find himself into the balcony, but these Tech-9s not too reliable on these huge ranges. That said, it's doing quite a fair amount of damage at this point, but not enough. And actually 4 players will survive there. Adren getting his bell rung there, down to 10 HP, but another round there for the CTs, and a rather clean one at that.
Mo's AWP is rescued as well, but look at this, because of CLG's failure. Looking at the money on Gambit, Hooch has $11,000, apart from Adren, who has just under 4K. Mo has 6K, the rest have 7K and up. So it's going to be an arduous task for CLG to break the Gambit gaming economy in the near future, and that is ominous, and you have to wonder if the pressure will start to pile. CLG 5 rounds away from victory, but Gambit gaming not too far off. CLG really need this round to be very successful. Ooh, Tarek taking, 3 nades coming in. Could have been a kill there, but it just hit the wrong corner. Otherwise, that could have been a slaughter, an abattoir, Dan, but with no gloves.
Messy stuff indeed. Now, Gambit slowing, or rather CLG slowing things down a little bit, but they managed to get into pretty forward positions before hitting the push multiple times, and they do a good job there. But JDM forcing Hazed out. Or rather, sorry, Mo forcing JDM out. Unfortunately, not able to get anything though with it. Oh, look at that peek straight in the face. Mo is out of this round. And now the T's are going to start streaming into the bomb site. These grenades are doing mad amounts of work at the moment, securing these frags, but Dozier lurking. Dozier can save this round.
He needs a flash from Adren. And here comes the flash. And is Dozier going to be able to punish? Trying to push through the smoke. There's one back, needs 5 minutes, one. Almost gets Fugly. He does get Fugly. That's a bomb down as well. But there is time to plant it. Dozier's still alive here. How is he still not being taken down? Finally traded by Cutler, but Adren's moves on to the side. JDM, of course, who else is driving through these fools and taking the round for CLG.
There's no pit stop for JDM. There's no slowing him down.
But there's no slowing down Gambit either. Straight back on the buy, full buy. They had loads of money in the bank, and they're still going to be able to buy after this round as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Hooch's bank was ridiculous.
I did think Mo's positioning there, I didn't even realise there was a gap in the smoke, but I thought Mo's positioning on the plateau was a bit dangerous, because when it was eventually going to disappear, he was basically just out in the open with no cover. So a bit of a risky play there from Gambit, and it cost him the round. CLG potentially going for a fast play straight towards B. I mean, the CTs are going to hear them running all day, and they're going to charge in. Have they misread the CT economy or something? They're charging in regardless. Maybe seeing how the flashes worked so well last time. Trey's coming in so far though. Hayes taking that Dozier as well, so advantage CLG. They've got a man in the drop zone, so this might be quite difficult for Gambit. 4 versus 2. There are 2 heavily tagged players here for the T side, but that might just shut down the round. Cutler taking down Mo. Let's see, we've got Adren still playing close at the moment. Maybe understanding the value of getting a few more frags here. I mean, if they got one more frag quickly, the CT side there, without the second last teammate going down, then maybe they go for it. But Adren's just holding an angle. Again, he could run away to try and save, but he can just hold this angle as well, and he'll have the advantage of someone coming through the door, and then he can try and run afterwards. So different ways to save the gun. You can see CLG not necessarily willing to hunt him down. Nice pop flash there by Cutler, but a bit of a slow peek afterwards.
Oh, there's the frag as well. Is there going to be refrag? Oh, Cutler. Oh, does get it, barely. Now, Gambit still have money to buy, which is hilarious. Their bank was so healthy. It would have been nice for that, Adren to be able to save that weapon, to be honest, but hey, won't matter really, won't affect this round at least. So, Gambit, they're losing a grip on this route, on this this map. I mean, we always expected CLG to win it, but there's definitely some big windows for Gambit to abuse. But those are all closing at this point. And JDM is back on the AWP. He's on 24 frags at the moment, having a pretty big game as expected.
Mo down to a CZ, which is unfortunate for him, and he's still playing with Dren over towards A, but this time they're looking towards long. They smoked it off, and the Dren will watch lower while Mo will play close around the smoke. And here we go. JDM trying to play for picks, but Hooch is going for a play then. It hasn't worked out. Waylander will trade, but it's advantage CLG for sure.
Laying down smoke. Throwing
Lots of time to slowly wait, but not too interested in that. Finds an opportunity, and it turns it into a double kill. And Fugly just going to grab the bomb now and make his way down towards B. This Dren and Mo now in a pretty awful spot, to be honest. Be really nice for Mo if he's able to actually pick up a weapon, but from the money perspective, there is nothing left in the bank of Gambit now. They will get... Oof, that was savage.
Looking at the way Hooch jumped into B plateau there, I mean, if you look at the way Fnatic were boosting JW up there, for example, it's always in that kind of ninja spot around the corner. So I don't know what the purpose, because there was a smoke down in that position, and I think it's reasonable for the T's to just spray where he jumped there as well. So I don't know why he didn't choose to get boosted at the back, which is relatively safer.
So Gambit will have around, well, between like 2,300 and 2,800 next round, meaning that they're screwed for money. They can't really buy next round, but that means that before they can buy properly, CLG will be on 15 rounds already. So they're in a really bad spot at the moment. Do they force up both rounds, or do they just try to get that one big buy when CLG are already on 15? That's the option that they have right now. There are some teams that would say we want 2 rounds where we have a lower percentage to win, rather than just banking everything on 1 round. It looks like that's going to be the approach here for Gambit as well. So this better go well for them, James, or they are pretty done.
Dan, interesting point. Waylander has a FAMAS and no armor.
Yep. So there you go.
Dren, Dozier and Mo have armor. Perhaps it would be better for him to play one of their pistols and give the rifle to someone who's not going to get aim punched. Because he can play a pistol, play close range and try and get a one-tap, as opposed to playing further range with a rifle and having no armor whatsoever.
Yeah, like even the Mag 7 would be a better choice.
He's going to get cut to ribbons. Indeed, Max 7 would be, but Hooch has a Max 7 no armor as well.
But hold the phone, we've got Fugly and Haste. They're almost in the A bomb site. What is this? They just walked all the way. They walked all the way.
They're out for a summer stroll in the gardens of Cobblestone.
I think Mo's completely missed this. He's the only guy towards A. I think he's completely missed this. I think he may have spotted somebody now, but of course he's already dead. So the bomb is going to go down, James. This is
CLG. And guess who? Waylander's in front of everybody else with the only rifle they have. Unfortunately has backed off with it, so yeah, this is a bit weird.
This is awful, because Cutler just cut him off the rotation from B as well, or basically their save attempt. So they're in a ridiculous spot, to be honest. I mean, how many losses in a row is it even?
Wait, Dozier's going to boost Waylander, but he still doesn't have any armor. Why is he not swapping the gun?
So they have $2,900 as their bonus for losing, the loss bonus. So Gambit, still broke. Would really like to save these weapons that they currently have, and it looks like they should be able to do it actually. Map point now though for CLG, 15-9, and Gambit have not really given them much trouble so far in this map at all. But slightly better buy this time around thanks to the saves. But will the hopes be better? Will CLG just walk 2 players into the bomb site again? That's what I would like to see that again, James, because it's quite comical.
Yeah, they were basically going up there on segways. So this time the entire Gambit side has armor, no AWP. Mo's on the silence and 4. The rest of the team will have FAMASs and the Mag 7. Lots of Molotovs on the CLG side. Hopefully they make use of them. So you can see Fugly trying to stop any fast boost, and Adren's going to smoke it immediately. You see if and Adren's going to jump up actually. He's above Fugly, who gets taken down by Waylander. Can he put in any work though? We've got lots of CLG players going for a fast push. Adren charging through the smoke, going to get 2 frags with the CZ. JDM going to try and go for a no-scope, but he's going to get wrecked as well. Adren has just beasted everybody on this map basically. Finally getting taken down by Cutler. He still has the bomb and needs to pick it up quickly though before that smoke disappears. Cutler versus 4. There is a chance for Gambit to survive for now.
There is a chance, but is it just a delay of the inevitable at this point, considering how strong CLG have been? Cutler could definitely do some serious work if he just gets some kills in. And there's another one. In fact, it's still possible with a minute left for him to win this. It'd be a ridiculous clutch. Now, he can sneak into the drop zone. Of course, he's a bit worried about the def cam, spotting him dropping immediately. So he waits a little bit before going into the drop.
If you're Gambit, do you stack a site here and then just all rotate together?
Well, the positions are quite good. I mean, they can pretty much eliminate where he is due to the fact they had someone behind him. So they know that he went for a drop. They're just tracking him, but
It's all 1v1s though, no trades, that's the problem.
And he can get the bomb down as well. There is surely no way that Cutler pulls this one off. He's going to go for the plant. He's got enough time to pull out his gun, but two players are coming onto his position very fast indeed. Cutler, 1 versus 2 doesn't happen, but the fact that he gets the extra kills and bomb plants, you can see that he's just not really all that impressed by this.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, with the positions Gambit had, they couldn't really all come together. It would be a bit risky, but ideally, perhaps in that situation, you put 3 people, because I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter how much money the T's have, because they have too much in the bank already. But there we go. Adren just going absolutely ham sandwiches here. All the pork.
It's just one of those things where, when you allow a player to get that much extra done, it just makes the other team feel a bit worse about themselves. And you can see the Gambit definitely in not the best mindset during this cobblestone match. And CLG, they got the AWP back on JDM, a full stock of grenades to work with this time around, and they're opening up the map with a V4. JDM watching it long, Tarek providing presence for CLG towards B plateau, just to bait out some grenades early on from Gambit. And it's working so far. They are expending some of their stock of grenades. So CLG's early pressure is working out. JDM with the solo push towards A long. Just, well, not necessarily a push, but just a sort of hold, let's say. He's now rotating back towards the B side of the map too. So it looks like we will get a B hit coming in. Ooh, Dozier spotted a player and dropped there. So looks like Gambit knows coming.
Yeah, Cutler is blind, and there are nades coming in from both sides. CT's deciding to retake the area. Hayes is down below. Is he going to be able to trade though? Dozier's popping out now, and he's going to take down JDM. Waylander going to help him to take down Fugly. And it seems that Gambit are not out of this just yet. Hayes alone versus 4 now. If Gambit can survive with the numbers, then perhaps they can take this to overtime. Down goes Dozier. 35 seconds left on the clock. Hayes doesn't have much HP, no nades. And down he goes. So 3 CTs survive, and now the money will start to be drained from the CLG side. But as they continue to lose rounds, they will continue to build a loss bonus, which will help them going forward. They can get another full buy come in. Bit of a pause, so they just want to. I mean, this might not even be a strategical pause. They might just. Well, I mean, I guess any pause might be strategical, but my point is, they might just be using this to break the momentum that Gambit feel they have going. Just make them sit and do nothing for 2 minutes, and then continue the madness. Yeah,
also due to the nature of how they've been shut down, because I mean, let's be honest, those in the last couple of rounds that have been won by Gambit, the CLG they didn't really get much done. I mean, they weren't, let's say, in a position where they had an advantage. They basically were messing up their entries, and the counter flashes from Gambit and so on were providing quite a put to quite strong use. And CLG just got wiped out. They got put in like a 1 versus 4 twice. So obviously something's going wrong for them there, and they need to make an adjustment. Maybe it's just the fact that Gambit's adaptation is a bit stronger now into the latter part of this half, and that is now a sign that CLG needs to mix it up a little bit. We saw that they had a lot of success actually walking towards the A side of the map, and they've been trying to close this match with B takes. So maybe it will be up for an A round now.
Yeah, well, they only have 4 rounds remaining with which to do it in. And I mean, those are going to be 4 very precarious rounds for Gambit Gaming, because we all know that it is a very hard a map to defend. On the CT side, you always feel a little bit stretched, a bit more stretched than you'd like to be, a bit more stretched than you often are on any other map that's in the current map pool. So we will see the buys come in for CLG. We've got 4 AKs, an AWP, and we've got the full buy in terms of utility, in terms of nades that we've always seen. You've got 5 Molotovs, 5 smokes, loads of flashes, just the 1 HE onto Cutler. 3 kits onto Gambit Gaming, so they probably will be okay there. Well, the timeout is about to disappear. So we'll see if Gambit can hold on and take this to overtime, or if CLG can close this game out and take it to the third map.
Indeed, CLG, they have lost 2 in a row now, so if they lose this next one, considering that they spent almost all their bank, they need a plant basically to get a good buy in the next round. So even if they lose this one, they have to get the plant in, otherwise they're going to be in a pretty awful spot, and Gambit will be allowed back into the match and maybe into an overtime situation. But here we go, there's a bunch of rounds before we get there, and we'll get to see what the approach is, what the adaptation is for CLG now. And it looks, somewhat default at the moment. JDM looking to get perhaps an opening onto the B plat though, with the ult now, instead of being positioned on A-Long.
Yeah, you can see, so Hooch trying to jump up again, and as I said, you can see the T's just spamming the positions that he's trying to get to. And worth noting what Thorin said about the CIS teams being spammed passive. The only aggression we've really seen from them on the CT side is B Plateau trying to get to where Hooch has finally got on his second attempt. Other than that, they're just pretty much waiting for CLG to start and varying their positions a little bit.
But JDM, man, he's right here. He's expecting this play at the end of Plateau. He's scoping in, checking all the spots. Is Hooch going to get caught out? I feel like this is a really big moment. If Hooch kills JDM here, then that completely removes the presence of CLG on Plat. If JDM gets the kill, then he can put the pressure onto the B site, and then rotation happens, and then CLG can hit hard. This is basically like the linchpin is Hooch right now. And here goes JDM, Hooch still behind the box. Oh, beautiful flash, and Hooch is going to get the frag. Trying to spray through the smoke here. He's actually missing everything somehow, but the dive comes through from Tac. He'll get the refrag, and CLG will be able to continue the presence on the platform, and they might just be able to jump off onto the bomb site. All that's not lost yet for CLG. 4 versus 4 though.
But look at the lack of rotation from Gambit. They've still got Adren and Mo miles away from the B bomb site, and CLG are creeping in. This is going to be a massive problem for Gambit. They've taken down the bomb carrier, and it's going to be hard for CLG to plant the bomb. They've only got 13 seconds to do it, to plant it. We've been here before. Dozi's covering Yang, already got a plant. He's got time to do it now, and nobody to stop them. He could have just held behind that rock and gone for the shoulder peaks, but he's gone for it, and CLG have taken it. Dozy was just standing out there, loud and proud, in a situation where they have to plant the bomb. I mean, he's going to have to duel at some point, so he's waiting for it to come to him, but he didn't win the duel. That duel would have kept him in the game.